slipped out of my hands again.
You stepped foot into my classroom and learnt the most valuable lesson of your life.
This is only the first step on our conquest of Riot City.
The mad dog of the old guard. And you, LAYLA PAIGE, RCW's shiny new toy. Welcome to the real Mean Street, sweetheart.
Ben, I did it again! I beat you in the middle of the ring!
Havoc, we were ready to move on. I haven't pinned you yet. I'm gonna be famous for what you started.
Bob, you're gonna finish this finally at strike first, strike hard.
Vintage, hardcore, spectacular.
First and foremost, please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Tony Carrera. And ladies and gentlemen, I must have done something right because they were so happy to call me and say, please come back and host this. And it's all thanks to you guys, believe it or not. We heard you loud and clear, so thank you very, very much. We've got an incredible night of absolute action, and I'm so excited to get right underway. I'd love to tease that we've got something called a vintage hardcore spectacular. Oh, come on, we can do it better than that, come on, right? A vintage hardcore spectacular? Hell yeah. Alrighty, guys, without further ado, we're only doing this once. Why? Because it's Tony's way. Are you ready to riot? Now, the following contest is a loser is forced to enter first at the Riot City Rumble, and it's scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
As we start things off here at the RCW Academy, the stakes could not be higher. Whoever loses here tonight is going to be forced not only to compete within the Riot City Rumble, but they have to come out number one. Ricardo and Coach Cornell have laid down the gauntlet towards one another. Two brave men that understand what is at stake here tonight. Yes, there's an opportunity to go inside to the Riot City Rumble in order to hopefully get an opportunity to call themselves the RCW Grand Champions. But for one of those two individuals, they can only do so from the number one position, notoriously and very obviously the hardest spot to begin with. But all's fair in love and war here, if that's what it takes. We know the heart that Ricardo has, and he's going to have that on full display here tonight if he can go through Coach Cornell. As we wait to start things off here, the adventurer, avid fan favorite, Coach Cornell heading to the top of the course. Simply a different reception, let's say that. Ricardo here for the visa, but for the opportunity, and this is exactly what it's about here. RCW is nothing if not the land of opportunity here. Honestly, I think this could go on forever, and unfortunately, I think it's going to be the same result. Very clearly behind Ricardo. This match has not even begun here, and we're getting a feeling out process between the two individuals here, and that bell is going to start match one here. Strike first, strike hard. Coach Cornell and Ricardo, one-on-one, mano-a-mano here tonight. Nice headlock takeover is immediately Ricardo taking control. Shoulders down, pin attempts, of course. Both men would love to get this match done quickly and effectively as soon as possible here. And now Coach Cornell, you can see their hand right across the throat here. Has to be careful of the 5 count. Oh my God! You hear that slap reverberating around the academy. Coach Cornell is coming to this match full of piss and vinegar. A line of fire under Ricardo. Surprisingly enough, the adventurer letting cooler heads prevail here. For test of strength, that is not going to be fooled that easily. I think, unfortunately, for the coach here of professional wrestling, what he's about to find out is that, well, Ricardo was going to use that anger to his advantage here, and coach needs to cool down. He needs a bit of a timeout. Now I think he's unfortunately focusing the wrong way. Coming forward, Ricardo feigning. There we go, maybe a bit of the true Cornell coming out. Hold on, caught, oh my God! Smack head first onto the apron. Now Cornell is going to take firm control. Dangerous individual. Forward wisely, going for the pinfall. Barely a 2 count. Now Cornell taking firm control. Of course, eyes are already setting forth to July 11th for the Riot City Rumble, where one individual will be able to claim themselves as a brand new #1 contender for the RCW Grand Championship. That is what is at stake here tonight. Everyone in RCW is full aware of what lies ahead, and for these two, it's more prevalent and more prominent than ever. Now Cornell wisely attacking, well, both legs of Ricardo, potentially looking for that penalty lock, trying to force him over. Twist the ankle, Ricardo wisely getting out of dodge, straight forward. Hellacious forearm, 2 for good measure. Heading across the road. Cornell has it scouted with a devastating forearm of his own, straight to the throat of the adventurer. Be there as soon as Ricardo is gaining any sort of momentum. Cornell is going to cut him straight to the quick, and again, going straight for the knee, for the ankle, trying to wear down the base of Ricardo, keep him on the floor, have him right for the pickings. Unfortunately, Ricardo managing to fight himself back to a standing base. Again, corkscrew straight over, and oh my God! I mean, I think see that left knee may have fallen straight out of position here. And I think potentially, unfortunately for Ricardo at this point, he did kick out. You have to wonder what kind of damage has indeed been done to the adventurer. Cornell is not going to show any mercy here tonight. Down firmly behind the adventurer. It's an uphill battle here for Ricardo, who's going to have to fight through the pain, fight through what is a potential injury here. We don't want to speculate too early. Here we go. Penalty lock. Penalty lock committed here. Straight forward. Ricardo, center of the ring here. He has to be careful. It is going to be about perseverance and endurance, and wisely able, sending Cornell rollicking forward into the corner. Nothing if not a valiant man is Ricardo. However, Lord, he is in dire straits here, managing to fight his way out. Hold on. Coming forward, looking for a sunset flip. Bringing it through. No. Cornell, get up and again. See, straight to the well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cornell has found a weakness, and he is set on exploiting it. great question. Ricardo is simply not one to give up. He is not one to die. He is not one to say no. He's simply to go until the wheels fall off. Ricardo has captured the hearts and minds of the RCW Academy here. Here we go, potentially looking for that white line fever, looking to call it here. Cornell up and over, Ricardo has it scouted, coming through it again. What a vicious forearm. Ricardo looking to rally for. Not as well versed with the whistle, but unfortunately those forearms are still going to be just as hard and just as dangerous for the coach. Ricardo now going to pick up some steam. At least he's able to weather that storm. He's weathered that early storm. He's going to fight through the pain. Looking pretty sturdy on his legs now. Here we go, Ricardo. Has him up and over. Fisherman suplex. 1, 2, and no. Cornell kicks out once again. That was an opportunity for Ricardo to put away the coach, and unfortunately, Cornell having a bit more left in the tank here. Of course, the longer this match goes, you have to wonder how much damage is being done to that left knee, that ankle, the entire leg of Ricardo here. The quicker he can put Cornell away, the better he will be at averting sure disaster. And one has to wonder, even if Ricardo needs to come away with a victory here tonight, he only has a little bit over a month to potentially recover from whatever ailment before he's inside a Rumble with a plethora of other men and women. You can see here right now, Cornell now back onto the penalty rock and grinding in pain, almost tapping out. Ricardo is wriggling forward, and no, he's brought back to the middle once over the... Could be simply a matter of moments here. Ricardo could find himself #1 here in the Rumble. Listen to this crowd willing on the adventurer, trying so hard to bring himself up to a forward basis. Hold on, victory roll, and that's a 3. Ricardo wins. The adventurer wins. Coach Cornell had a game plan, almost executing it to perfection. However, like any match, you're only a 3-second count away from surefire destruction. Coach Cornell, unfortunately, went to the well too many times. Ricardo had that scouted, and now Coach Cornell will have to enter #1, July 11th at the Rumble. Ricardo, fantastic victory has at least ensured a better standing at the Rumble. We are just a month away, and already this Riot City Rumble is beginning to take shape, and I think now it is beginning to come clear. Coach Cornell understands potentially, well, what it's going to be, an absolute hard slog in front of him if he wants to call himself the new #1 contender. Ricardo, once again in singles competition, coming away with a victory. And you know, again, July 11th, we will find out. Unfortunately, this is whether, of course, Coach Cornell, I don't think he's going to leave the ring at this point.
Of course means that Coach Cornell is your #1 entrant for the Riot City Rumble.
Oh, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Oh my, oh, come on. Cornell having an absolute conniption here. Show a little bit of respect, Cornell, come on. Be that as it may, he can have all the chances he wants. Unfortunately, Coach Cornell will now be the #1 entrant for the Riot City Rumble as we head back to Coach in the ring.
The following contest is a singles match and is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
And it is rematch time here at the RCW Academy. We want to cast our mind back a few years ago to RCW 300, where Mr. Cliff went one-on-one with that man in the ring, the Viking, Matt Basso. And at the time, Mr. Cliff found himself 0-49 on the biggest losing streak that the Riot City Wrestling organization has ever seen.
And his opponent, standing at a 5'8", but weighing in at 95 kilos, is your very slim vice principal, Mr.
And of course, if you remember RCW 300, you remember how that match ended. Oh my God! All of a sudden, I know, this match hasn't even begun here. Grimm is attacking Mr. Cliff on the outside, getting a jump start on the man who, I was going to say, at the expense of Grimm, Cliff was able to, well, simply overcome his losing streak. Grimm was the first person that Mr. Cliff defeated to have himself become 1-49, and I have to tell you this, clearly, Matt Basso has not forgotten that fact here. This match hasn't even begun here on the outside. You see exactly the destruction on hand that Grimm is known so prevalently for. He's on the outside here, I cannot see. Simply, find a way to pull them apart, get him in the ring to start this thing. That's exactly, I will say this, at least the shocking part, yes, he is a member of the Old Guard, but you do not see the Old Guard out here sending the champion and Violet Blitz to the back. Grimm says he's going to do that. At this point, though, Cliff is simply not able. This match hasn't even started. Apparently it has. Come on. Would have been one of the quickest matches in RCW history here. No sooner had the bell rung, he's going straight for a pinfall. Grimm is a man incensed here. Honestly, it may simply be a matter of time at this point. Grimm attacking Mr. Cliff before the bell had even started here. Dissecting the vice principal down. And look at the smile on the face of Basso. He's clearly enjoying this. We don't understand how this man is happy with the proceedings here. A victory is immediately tainted. Methodically picking apart the vice principal here, taking his time, and this is vintage Basso here. But of course, Cliff is not going to be going down without a fight here. Exactly how do you fight an uphill battle against the Viking? That swagger taking his time here. Viking sizing up the vice principal. Oh my God, straight into the top turnbuckle. Now Cliff firing away with hammer fists of his own. And that's exactly what he's going to do here. He needs to make sure that there is no separation between himself and the Viking. Keep it in close quarters. Do not allow the big man to create that separation. Maybe get a big boot, a massive lariat. You need to stay on top of your opponent. Simply not able to even take the big man out. Oh, there we go! Exactly like I was called. You want to avoid exactly that. A massive lariat was taking off the head of the vice principal. Not exactly looking for a pinfall here, just looking to simply inflict punishment on his adversary. Again, 0-49. That was the tail of the tape for Mr. Cliff back at RCW 300. At the expense of Grimm, he was able to, well, simply alleviate that losing streak from his record. And honestly, since then, it has been a bit of a, well, a different tale in itself. I feel like there has been a bit of a slump here for Matt Basso. Yes, he is, of course, in the corner of the Mad Dog Violet Blitz and the current RCW Grand Champion, Dean Brady. But for himself, it has been somewhat of a slump. However, conversely, on the other side of the equation, Mr. Cliff has indeed gone strength to strength. He's been able to find himself more really, again, won the hearts of the RCW faithful here, and that has just absolutely been burning a hole in the mind of the Viking, who is now, God, look at the guillotine. The Cliff against the ropes! Right across the ropes here, and he's out. Cliff, oh my God. Cannot see Mr. Cliff on the outside there. It seems like the Viking is going to be perfectly happy with a 10 count as long as he can right the wrong he feels from RCW 300 as this 10 count begins. You can see the Viking simply has had one goal on his mind here. It is to just destroy, dismantle, and unleash hell upon Mr. Cliff. And Mr. Cliff, again, trying to fight from the outside, fight that uphill battle, get some measure of momentum here. Vintage Mr. Cliff elbow from the second rope. 2 count. No. See the 2 count raise. And here we are seeing the Mr. Cliff in fine form, trying to recover from the onslaught. However, oh, here we go, Goozle. Wow, wow, the strength of Mr. Cliff able to unfold GRIMM. Here we are coming through. Wait a minute, caught! Wait, no, straight into a choke, flipping Mr. Cliff around and the legs wrap, the body scissors around. Choke is engaged and Mr. Cliff is in deep waters here, in dangerous trouble. He may simply pass out. See again, you see the weight now trying to simply find any way to dislodge the Viking from him. And it's noticed there, trying to use that arm that is indeed trapped here. It's got that arm triangle applied as well. In reality, Cliff really only has that one working arm, and he's simply not going to be able to dislodge both the arms and legs of GRIMM. Really is the only point here to try and maybe get GRIMM on his shoulders. Indeed, both shoulders on the mat! So close here. That may have been the one opportunity that Mr. Cliff had to dislodge the Viking from his back. See now the full weight of the Viking squarely on top of the back of Mr. Cliff, who simply refuses to quit. Simply not going to accept defeat here, will deny GRIMM that satisfaction. See here, the will to survive, the will to go on here as Mr. Cliff tries to make his way to his feet to dislodge the Viking, manages to do so, coming forward, oh no, straight back again to the sleeper. You can see once again, arms underneath. Hold on, sleeper of his own, Mr. Cliff applied. Up and over, oh, the big man slamming him down with a backdrop. Once again, just when you think that Mr. Cliff has found a way out, a way to gain that momentum, immediately brought down to earth by the Viking. Crowd firmly behind the vice principal here, who's doing everything in his power to simply stay in the game, to survive the onslaught. I believe GRIMM has found, well, his true method here to simply choke out the vice principal. The gallows await. Cliff here, seen this many a time, just simply about to, oh my God. Campbell lifting him up. I mean, Cliff may just simply be out at this point. Danger of being counted out, and once again, it has happened too many times here in this match. I feel like Mr. Cliff is simply out. I have to wonder what the referee's duty of care is to simply make sure that Cliff is still able to compete, able to defend himself in this match. See again, I mean, GRIMM has not even left the second rope here. What the hell has the man got ready in his arsenal? Whoa! Hung off the second rope. Cliff still on the apron. Had the man scouted, coming through now. Cliff has a moment, a breather, an opportunity to replan, to find a different way to take the big man off his feet, and it looks like taking to the skies is in order. Oh my God. Absolutely not. And again, fighting Grimm off, and I don't know what exactly Vice Principal has in store. Coming through, it's a Hurricane Rana from the Vice Principal. Never in my life have I seen that from Mr. Cliff. Coming through, barreling through Mr. Cliff. See here, simply trying to fight through the pain, dig into that reserve energy. Mr. Cliff has Basil on the ropes, and again for the third time, smashing the man into the corners. All he can do to stay on his feet. Cliff has something in mind, coming through once again. Diving senton, 2 count, maybe not. Somehow, Grimm able to get the left shoulder up. He's still in this match. This rematch here from RCW 300. Back in the days of the beer shed, and now both the Viking and the Vice Principal struggling to their feet. Grimm here, I think if I heard him correctly, calling for Brady. Here we go, even trying to grab that second. Oh, what the hell is this? Just we're about to see the teacher's degree in full swing. What is this? Honestly, I don't know why I'm shocked every time. Of course the old guard is going to make their way out. A sleeper employed, and both VIOLET BLITZ and Dean Brady made their way out here, trying to provide a distraction, or maybe at least provide a distraction for Mr. Cliff, who at least for the time being is willing to ignore the two on the apron on the outside as he's looking to take. Grimm is down to one knee. Grimm may be out. See again, that is both hands on the ground, and the referee is going to bring that arm up. Good, no! Somehow, Grimm is still in it. Grimm is still here, wheeled on by the old guard, hoisting Cliff onto his back and dumping him unceremoniously over to the outside. Oh, come on, what is this? VIOLET BLITZ and Mad Dog coming to the outside here. There simply is no reason for these two to be out here. I really thought we had a proper one-on-one rematch here, but of course now, the numbers game of the old guard showing their hand, and you can see it here. This is the plan that they have in mind. Baseball bat, now wielded by the big man of the old guard. Mr. Cliff, I don't think really understands where he is at the moment. Took a violent tumble to the outside, and wait a minute. Hold on. Big Brady Marshall, our general manager, to the outside, taking the bat away from his former tag team partner. Hold on. 1, 2, yes! Once again, Mr. Cliff, once again, has toppled the Viking. Gods and monsters mean nothing in 2026. Big Brady Marshall may have once been friends with a big man. General manager of RCW has made it very clear that he is gunning for the old guard, that he is no longer going to accept the ways that they have tried to instill and inflict on the rest of the RCW roster.
I told you guys last month I wasn't going to put up with any of your shit. Someone else has got the power now. I'm taking charge. I'm taking charge and taking back Riot City Wrestling. I am putting 100% of my focus on you, and you, the old guard. General managers for tonight can be Gouda and Jimmy C. My total focus is on you guys. And you, Dean Brady. You want to get involved in a match? Why don't we make it official? VIOLET, you've got a match tonight against LAYLA PAIGE. It's now a tag match. It'll be VIOLET BLITZ and Dean Brady versus LAYLA PAIGE and an opponent of my choosing.
Here we go. Now we're talking.
I'm the general manager, it's not bullshit.
Exactly right. Martial law in full swing here tonight at the Academy.
Team Brady, VIOLET BLITZ, if I was you guys, I'd get to the back, I'd start warming up, because you've got one hell of a match tonight. And it's not about you guys anymore. It's about this man, Mr. Cliff, who just pinned GRIMM. Stand up for Mr. Cliff.
We made things very clear here tonight. Big Brody to Marshall. You'll be suffering. No fools here. No gods. No monsters. No alliances. It is simply martial law here in RCW now. And of course, Mr. Cliff has come away with a victory once again against the big man of the old guard. And now we know what was going to be a one-on-one affair between VIOLET BLITZ and LAYLA PAIGE has now turned into a tag team match. LAYLA PAIGE will be teaming up with a partner of the GM's choosing to go against the old guard here tonight. Martial law is in full swing, and guess what? I'm all for it. We are head back to Tony Korea for our next match here at Strike
Ladies and
Fast.
gentlemen, that was one hell of an announcement. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Weighing in at 110 kilos. Reunited with his loyal servant, Sir Simple Simon, the Gold Star, Prince
Martial law may be instigated currently, but I think there are some things that even Big Brody Marshall is a little bit loath to touch. And I think one of them has been the appearance of Kai Thorne here and his insistence on finding his way to the truth, which is up to and included the kidnapping of Sir Simple Simon in what I believe is a way to get, well, into the mind of Prince Apollo.
and his opponents. Emerging from the void, they are the heralds of the new age. They
I simply do not believe there's any way I'm going to gain any sort of comfort around this man. Kai Thorne is an enigma. Known as the Herald, stay away from me. Kai Thorne, the Herald, has now made it his mission, it seems, to unveil the truth from Prince Apollo. Don't exactly know what that entails. Honestly, I don't think that quite matters. The fact of the matter is, I don't believe Prince Apollo fully appreciates the kind of trouble he is in. He now has the full attention of the Herald. Kai Thorne, oh, good Lord. Yep, exactly right. I think Simon, rightfully terrified of this man, found themselves on the receiving end of a kidnapping, and now Prince Apollo, oh my God, just being mauled here by Kai Thorne, remembering last Main St Mayhem. There was a Herald who took away, again kidnapped Simon, which simply, I have to say, cost Prince Apollo the match. And now Prince Apollo looking to right the wrongs as it were and simply find some way to combat the Herald. But I have to wonder exactly what is the game plan against an individual, an enigma like Kai Thorne. Oh, but flying senton, barreling straight forth into a dazed and confused Apollo, who comes forward, kicks out. Really, you have to really take a note here from this event. The point is to strike first and strike hard, looking for that SS stomp. He needs to find a way to capitalize on any sort of advantage against a man like Kai Thorne, who's just simply throwing caution to the wind, throwing himself around, using himself as a battering ram. Unsure what to make of this being, and I think now you can see it, the Polos. The Polo trying to find some sort of separation here. Oh, careful! Oh my God. Simon coming forward. Sorry, Apollo coming forward once again and flying elbow straight to the jaw. Nicely done. Prince Apollo looking for a pinfall. 1 count. Now I think here you can see. Oh, straight into the post. Gold Star is taking the fight straight to Kai Thorne. It's looking for any way to dismantle the man and being entity, whatever Kai Thorne is, whatever he purports to be. And you can see that Simon is looking to stay as far away from the Herald as possible. And the evolution of Thorne over the past few years has been nothing short of disturbing here. But we also have to look at the rise of Prince Apollo. He has been a stalwart here of Main St Mayhem. Been very, very impressive in multiple viewing tours. Really applied his trade, has gone from strength to strength, has really come into his own. He applies there. The hold, wrenching the arm back, putting pressure on the shoulder, the trap of Kai Thorne as the crowd willing themselves behind the Herald. Bring us up to the screams, the roars of the Herald, looking to fight back with those vicious headbutts. Oh, hold on, flatliner! Supplanting Prince Apollo straight onto his head, onto his face forward, and now, once again, careful, son. Let's be careful. I mean, potentially he's measuring up for that SS stop once again. Coming forward, flipping neck breaker. Wisely executed, giving himself a little breather here. The gold star. Once again with the 2 count on Kai Thorne. You can see now a little bit of confidence. It's Apollo throwing caution to the wind, is simply chucking his gear now at Kai Thorne. No respect for the Herald. Once again, you can see he's just presenting Thorne to the crowd. Is this your hero? Is this the one you want to stand behind? You have to wonder who is more obsessed with the other here, I think. Just wonder what lengths Apollo is going to go to ensure victory. And I have to say, I do call into question how much he is actually fighting for the honor of Sir Simple Simon, as it were, if he simply believes that he was disrespected. Nothing else, I do believe that Kai Thorne is looking to expose something from Apollo, trying to strip back the layers, prove that he is only flesh and blood, only a man. Looking to expose the truth here. To find any sort of... trying to find some primal reason behind what Kai Thorne is about. Maybe simply be a fruitless endeavor as he's building up. Look at momentum, what a spine buster! Thorne coming through, 2 and shoulder up from Apollo. Wild beast-like Thorne emanating from his head. You have to wonder what goes on inside the mind of the Herald here. Apollo now hoisted onto the shoulders of Thorne. Hold on! Managed to count himself out of that, almost like a rings of satin here, applied, wrenching up on the neck, on the back, torquing the back of Kai Thorne. see there. Hold on, stacked up. Forced to release the submission maneuver there, lest he was going to suffer defeat at the hands of the Herald. And again, Bushido kick sent inside out. Apollo is down. Big again, looking for the SS stomp, coming through, and he hits it. Straight on top of his head here. There we go, 1, 2, and wait a minute, come on! Simon coming in clutch at the last second, clearly placing the boot, saving it for Prince Apollo. Ref unfortunately was not privy to that information. However, Kai Thorne, I think, is fully aware. Now got his claws straight on Simon. Hold on. Oh, the Olympus slam! I believe a rake to the eyes or something from Sir Simple Simon, and that is it. Prince Apollo able to take full advantage and come away with a very short victory here.
And the winner of this match, Prince Apollo!
Now the numbers game coming in handy for Prince Apollo, who once again uses Sir Simple Simon to his own end. Why? Basking in the glory of his own victory. Apollo, I think, has to be thankful to have Simon at his side. You have to wonder what that means going forward. Have they rid themselves of the enigma that is Kai Thorne, or is there more to come later on? We have to wait and see what's in store.
Versus Riot City! Incredible. Now, before we move on to the following match, and I am so sorry because I know he's going to kill me for doing this, but, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned it last time we were here, the presentation in the RCW Academy has been leveled up, and management has told me that I need to shout out our AV guy, Tony San. So can I please get a thank you, Tony Chan? Thank you, Tony! Thank you, Tony! Thank you, Tony! Thank you, Tony! I am so sorry, Tony. I'm surprised you didn't cut the mic off on me. Without further ado, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Representing the Kings of Ruin, the team of the Dark King, SABBATH, and his partner, the X-Men,
Here, of course, flanked as well by Mickey Fortune, who, as we know, is currently not fit to compete, at least for the time being. We have no clear understanding of what that means for the future, but she is firmly in the corner of the Dark King, SABBATH, who's made his intentions clear. Short last Mean St Mayhem, that devastating, brutal beatdown
and their opponents.
Of the White Rhino REDSHAW. What that has led to now is this tag team match in here tonight. SABBATH has set his sights on REDSHAW, a man that he believes has been given everything and has attained nothing. A man that he believes, well, spits in the face of his own accomplishments. So we find ourselves in a tag team spot here. REDSHAW, of course, at the last time we met, went one-on-one with Xavier Carter. Xavier Carter in a very good place at the right time. He was able to, well, I guess, find himself under the wing, as it were, of Zach Sabbath, and REDSHAW able to find a partner in James Dalton, who had a very impressive showing against Coach Cornell. Battle lines have been drawn here. Of course, remember, standard tag team rules, only one person from each team in the ring at one time. This is indeed not tornado tag rules, and it looks like we are starting things off with REDSHAW while still having Sabbath and Carter on the outside. Have to wonder, well, does Zach Sabbath immediately want to get in the ring with REDSHAW, start things off hot? Put your money where your mouth is. Here the crowd here at the RCW Academy firmly behind the White Rhino. Made his return here last year. As impressive as ever. This match still hasn't begun here. I guess we have Zach Sabbath is finally ready to start things off. And indeed, we are going to have REDSHAW and Zach Sabbath in the ring to start things off. Wonder about this new attitude of the Dark King. We've seen fully intent as well. I'm going to say so, fully intent. The gun straight for the White Rhino himself is fully intent on crowning himself the new King and Queen together with Mickey Fortune to take over. Unfortunately, that has come at the expense of anyone and anything. And you know what? I think that includes Xavier Carter as well. Simply a pawn in their game. Here we go, now REDSHAW looking to tag in James Dalton for the younger generation here. James Dalton and Xavier Carter to start things off, both looking to make a name for themselves to really, well, at the expense of one another as well. And potentially a new attitude here for the X-Man, Xavier Carter. Now side headlock on James Dalton. Again, he was extremely impressive against Coach Cornell. This is only his third match here, of course. The debut, James Dalton came against Kit in another fantastic showing, and this man has all the potential in the world. See here, this early wrestling here, getting the best of Xavier Carter. He needs to be careful not to let his aggression get the better of him. And once again, going tit for tat, able to find a reversal, find a counter. Now jockeying for position. Xavier Carter with that wrist. Oh, hold on. Coming through. Fine fundamentals here from both. Oh, kick right to the eyes. Come on, dirty tactics here from Xavier Carter. I think learning a thing or two from the Dark King and Queen of RCW. Here again, the Huntress Mickey Fortune on the outside beside her man. Strange, it's not a new alliance, but it's a strange new, there's priorities here. Zach Sabbath and Mickey Fortune, who had an absolutely hellacious match between one another, now find themselves somehow stronger than ever. This new belief that they should be at the very top, everyone else be damned. And as inside the ring here, firing away James Dalton. Big body slam on the X-Man, 2 count, no. Yeah, almost bringing himself in the ring. Sabbath barking orders, berating Xavier from the apron. Now REDSHAW, White Rhino, tagged in, double team here. Oh. From the crop top competitors here as REDSHAW now makes the tag in. And now he's gonna manhandle Xavier Carter once again. Look at those haymakers being thrown straight into the face of the X-Man. Coming forward, the strength advantage here. Explosive power of the White Rhino, almost taking off the head of Carter. See there, just dissecting his opponent. Once again, see Sabbath almost coming into the ring, understanding the predicament that his tag team partner is in. Here staring a hole through the Dark King. I think REDSHAW is saying, this is what is going to happen to you. Come in the ring. See, tag team fundamentals coming forward. Big splash from James Dalton. 1, 2, out. And this time, once more, Zach Sabbath fully getting in the ring, getting himself involved, almost drawing the ire of REDSHAW himself. Not to be swayed. Dalton hasn't messed it up, looking for the buckshot. Hold on! Has a skull, come on! A big knee and then firing back, absolutely. Stand up for yourself, Dalton. Coming through with a massive elbow, and now taking a boot for good measure from the Dark in that numbers game. Big back suplex from Xavier Carter, taking full advantage of the distraction from the Dark King in a 2 count. James Dalton still in the game here. See both Sabbath and REDSHAW on the outside, pleading for the tag in, and well, Sabbath is going to get his wish here. Now he gets to tee off. Gets Dalton. Oh, big strike to the solar plexus. And you just see now just the sheer disrespect that Sabbath has. But I think at this point, anyone in the RCW locker room, he feels overlooked, feels slighted, feels like he deserves more and he should have more, and so is looking to take it by any means necessary. See here once again, barking orders, demanding he gets tagged back into the ring, and unfortunately, Dalton is suffering the consequences, being choked out. I have to say that this is a smart tag team tactic. Dalton into oblivion here. Could not be further from REDSHAW, the other side of the ring here. Managed to isolate Dalton. You have to wonder how much longer this man can hold it. Hold on! Wait a minute! Oh my God! Sabbath using his own tag team partner as a missile, body slamming him, straight onto Dalton, just dropping a bomb using the X-Man. I don't think that was exactly expected from Xavier Carter, but he's simply going to roll with a punch that looks like for now. He's going to sit under the learning tree, as it were. And the Dark King now, nice suplex. You see how, unfortunately, still halfway across the ring, REDSHAW always jumping out of his boots to get back into the ring. Understands situation that his partner's in. He needs to tag out sooner rather than later. He needs to get the White Rhino back into this ring if he wants to stay in this matchup. Looking to fire up, and again, elbow strike. Coming forward there. And again, a kick out. Notice here, I think Xavier Carter now is going to drag Dalton straight back over to his corner. REDSHAW beside himself. It is all he can do not to jump to the ring right now. The 5 count begins. Double team here, slamming Dalton straight against the corner, and again using his tag team partner as a battering ram. Oh my God! And once again, just flinging Carter straight into anyone that moves. Complete disregard for his opponent, for his tag team partner, for everyone. Unfortunately, REDSHAW, I think, needs to down, and once again, Xavier assisted body slam. 2 count, REDSHAW. See, almost in the ring. I've got to say, props completely for James Dalton. Getting the shoulder up, staying in this match. There is still life left in the man. Only the 3rd match here for James Dalton. Managed to stay in this fight. Tremendous effort from the young man. See, he has clearly put in the work, he has put in the time, he's put in the hard yards here. Hold on, and it's scouted. Zach Sabbath, oh, clean the clock. Oh, Dalton, who is now potentially out on his feet. Ropes. If the ropes weren't there, he'd be down and out. Going forward, whip over, hold on, up and over, manages to find himself with a bit of separation. Dalton again. Here we go, shoulder to the gut. Hold on, coming forward, sunset, flip over the ropes. Could be it, no! 2 count, gonna find some momentum in a massive lariat from the Dark King. Looking to decapitate Dalton and to no avail. And unfortunately, that is simply going to earn him more strikes and more blows. Just trying to take Dalton out here, choke the life out of the man. I believe Xavier Carter worried here about the potential for a disqualification. Sabbath doesn't find a way to cool down, maybe in short danger of that. Oh. Choice words from the Dark King, and again we are seeing double team dissection of Dalton. Backflip coming over the top, manages to find his feet. Oh wait, coming forward, no! You can see there, Dalton thought he would get a big boot in, and at the last minute decides to try and go for the tag, and now manages to get some feet up. Sound strategy coming forward, hold on! Assisted neck breaker to a DDT. 2 for the price of 1, and now with everyone down, there is a chance, there's an opportunity. Dalton needs to tag out. REDSHAW leaning forward, willing on his tag team partner, willing James Dalton to get to his feet, to head to the corner. Dalton is stirring. Dalton hears it. Dalton feels it. REDSHAW is so close. Dalton is so close, and the tag is in. A White Rhino coming forward. Big shoulder block, a second one. Now he's ready to clean house. He has been waiting, seething, incensed, and now everyone's gonna pay. Oh my God! Massive front suplex from REDSHAW coming forward with a huge splash. I see so much time. Oh my, what in the hell is this? Having both Zach Sabbath and Xavier Carter fall away slam, Samoan drop combination. What is this, man? REDSHAW is fired up. Xavier Carter is unfortunately in the crosshairs. He is in trouble. Here we go. Deadweight power slam. Wait a minute. Coming forward here, and unfortunately finding its mark. And now the numbers game beginning to come into effect here. Xavier Carter has a snap TKO. Very done. Wait a minute. Oh, big shining wizard. That could be it. Straight out, you can see. He's out on his feet. 1, 2, no! So close. The opportunity that Carter and Sabbath had here to take out REDSHAW while Dalton lies somewhere on the outside. This is effectively a 2-on-1 affair here. With a confidence. Xavier Carter now tagging in the Dark King, and REDSHAW in serious trouble. Looking for that file driver is almost elementary at this point. Hold on, wait a minute. Big huge elbow, I don't think Xavier sees it coming. Big clothesline over the top. Sees the lariat coming. Hold on. The dead weight power slam. How's it caught? REDSHAW going for the, wait a minute. Ricky Fortune on the apron here, distracting, and REDSHAW had this match won. You see now, done her job. Oh no! What the hell? REDSHAW been caught with a mist. Come on! The Miles driver! Unfortunately, that's going to be it. 2. Oh yes! Where did he come from? James Dalton out of nowhere, saving the match for his team. With a miss in the face, followed by the pile driver, that was sure to be the end for REDSHAW. And unfortunately now, what that has earned is the full attention of Zach Sabbath for James Dalton, who is now ripe for the picking. Decimation here. Here and there, straight from Zach Sabbath. I'm going to kill you. The man means every word of it. Wait a minute! Roll up! 1, 2, up! Memory, of course, yes, and now James Dalton. I don't think Zach Sabbath is aware that REDSHAW tagged out. Hold a minute! Oh my God! Destroyer! 2! 3! What are you? James Dalton coming away with the victory after the Destroyer out of nowhere. Just when you thought the Dark King, Mickey Fortune and Xavier Carter had their entire plan executed, REDSHAW and James Dalton flipped the script, a tag that no one saw coming, and just like that, James Dalton securing the very first victory in his young career. Mickey Fortune and SABBATH are absolutely irate, but what a victory for this young man. REDSHAW missed it all. What an impressive victory for both these men here. And remembering, of course, we have the Riot City Rumble on the horizon. This is a huge victory for James Dalton. A sure celebration to be had here. Remember that is not all here tonight. Of course, in our main event, we still have, well, the Hardcore Spectacular later on.
I said I was going to make myself an opportunity. Opportunity made.
Come to Ireland, in the heart of the city, in the Tom Polsky Center, a fatal four-way.
It's every man for himself. Not even Brax needs to be pinned to lose the title.
Braxton, Kit, Smash, Hater, Fatal 4-Way, Emerald Crown on the line.
I am only one championship away from the RCW Grand Slam.
Oh, you can throw respect out the damn window. This is about the crown now.
Introducing to you a live podcast from tonight. You didn't want me this would be the reaction. A live podcast tonight from the master himself, Joe Master, the podcaster. Please welcome the host of the Talk Faster podcast.
Drink by day, Joe Master podcast by night, all day!
Unfortunately, I was privy to the news that this man was going to be making his return, as it were, and what's another white guy with a podcast, right? Either the man recorded this theme himself or he commissioned it off Fiverr. About the quality we're dealing with here, I will stay impartial.
The ad revenue. Riot City Wrestling! Firstly, I want to apologise that it's taken me so long to come in here and do one of these. I know you've been dying for it. Before I bring out my guest, I just want to practice something because I don't want you to embarrass me. Okay, so everybody together. Hard, 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 hard. We can go all night. Hard, hard. Excellent. My guest tonight has been described as a smaller, sexier Ricardo. He's the hardest man in the locker room, if you know what I mean. And he's definitely part of Party Hard. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Banjo Howard.
Honestly, it is baffling to me that anyone accepts to come on to the Joe Master podcast, considering what I think is always going to be less than honourable intentions. And be that as it may, I'm going to at least leave it to Banjo Powers to hold his own. One half of Party Hard here. Not simply of Party Hard. Banjo Powers with full command of the crowd, the full attention of the audience here. And I guess let's listen to a podcast, I guess.
Banjo, thank you for coming on the show. First and foremost, I feel like I'm a little late to the party, but I wanted to say congratulations on winning the Tag Team Championship. Do you like that? I taught them that. Now, I mean, you and Party Guy, right? You've been tagging together for what, 20, 30 years, and you finally secured the goal. Well done, you. And then you lost it. Well, not like you as a team, but like you lost it. And oh man, that must have been so hard. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that you haven't spoken to Party Guy since you lost his belt for him, because, you know, he's in the hospital because CBTM put him there. Or that's what you think. Because, ladies and gentlemen, boy do I have a surprise for you tonight, and tonight only, please welcome to the podcast, Party Guy Time!
Here we go. I guess we are about to heat things up here. The Party Guy Ty is in the building, apparently. Yeah, apparently not, maybe.
Party Guy! Party Guy!
What in the world is Joe Master doing? I think he said he's going to go.
Party Guy, come on, it's podcast time. Where are you? Are you back here? Come on, man, they want you. Party Guy, Party Guy, Party Guy. Party Guy. Yes, see? Oh, here you are. Okay, ready? Ready for the show? Hit the music!
Yeah, so, I mean, apparently, I guess we are going to get Party Guy Ty. I don't know what Joe Master is playing at, but we're about to find out. Oh, my God. Well, this is what we're left with. This is how the world ends, I guess. Joe Master putting on a leotard and tassels and calling it a party.
Now, Banjo, this might come as a surprise to you, but it's actually still me, Joe Master, the podcast guy.
Shocking. Shocking development.
Think about it, though. Think about it. I'm taller than him. I'm better looking than him. I'm less prone to going to the hospital than him. I'm the dream of tag team partner. The ultimate party guy. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're already Joe Master? Like, why would you want to be party guy? I'll tell you what, man. it's not really a great time to be the show master right now. See, ever since Party got tied, beat me in that dance off, and twisted my nipples, and made me tap out. My listeners are down, I can't sell any advertising, they cut it before the show. Party Guy took money out of my pocket and food off my table, and when CBTM jumped in, oh, he's so happy. I asked to pay them, and they said, nah, we'll do it for free. Joe, shut up! Listen to me. If you had anything to do with what happened to Party Guy Ty, I will kick your ass. He's already lost his belt. I'd love to take his best friend from him. Right here. Right now. I would love to. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Come on.
What in the world is this? The thing. Assistant to the general manager, Dr. Richard Gouda, with a referee in the ring.
All right. I think I can speak for everyone here. Well, we want to see this right here, right now. Yes, so let's make this official. Banjo Powers versus Party Joe Master, podcaster. One fall. Let's take it away, boys.
I think, well, we heard it straight from the assistant to the general manager, one of them anyway. Dr. Richard Gouda, this is not simply going to be a slugfest or a street fight. This is an officially sanctioned match. Joe Master, the podcaster, I think unfortunately has bitten off more than he can chew here. Now Banjo Powers heard him out for the entirety of the podcast, and now let's let his fists do the talking. Coming forward, began Seguri to the side of the head, and now I think unfortunately Joe Master has wrote a check that his ass can't catch. Massive. See, here's the thing though. With that sort of leotard, the Party Guy inspired gear does not leave much to defending against chops. I can say that you're going to see potentially a chest as pink as the lining on his outfit here. Banjo Powers unleashing a torrent of offense here. Unfortunately, Joe Master simply just leaving a lot of ammunition for Powers to utilize against him and simply refusing to come forward. Unfortunately, Master maybe not taking into account how long he's been away from the ring as well. However, massive head scissor takedown. Banjo Powers may not be necessarily dressed to compete, but he is ready to fight. Here we go, Bronco Buster here, standing forward, and Joe Master just immediately getting a beat down. As he said, it's hard to be Joe Master right now. Listeners are down, the ad revenue's down. Unfortunately, this match is not doing, well, too much for him either. Banjo Powers has just simply taken full advantage of Joe Master, who is barely on his feet. Banjito ready to come forward. And wait. Joe Master had it scouted, simply rammed him straight forward, and is now looking to take advantage. Small error on the part of Banjo Powers, and now Joe Master. Oh, massive fists. It's just simply just a complete disrespect. As we know, Party Guy Ty has not been around for some time here. We know he has been absent. Joe Master knows this as well, is simply rubbing salt on the wounds here. The Party Guy's tag team partner big boot to the face. And I have to say, it was great to see Joe Master knocked down to the ground, knocked silly, knocked senseless. Here we go, hoisted up onto his shoulders. Master struggling to get out. Coming forward, hold on, big atomic drop. And followed by I guess a party guy inspired cripple of the nipple area. I think he's trying to, the ref is trying to do something here. I don't know exactly what can be done as Banjo begins to power up. Coming forth. The power of Banjo's nipples cannot be denied. Coming forth, big drop kick. Taking down Powers once again, and I have to say, very unlike Joe Master, he is taking firm control of his opponent here. Maybe the time off, he has been training. He has been partying hard. Coming for, oh, crash and burn. Taking a bit too much time. It's unusual for Joe Master to head to the top, and we can see why. Hold on. And coming forth here, submission, torquing the neck. Looking to tap out here. Oh, come on, hold him. Of course this match has been thrown out here as CBTM makes their presence known. What was meant to be an official match here has simply just degraded. What's going on? Powers trying valiantly, but it's the numbers game. CBTM with an onslaught. And, you know, whether or not Joe Master was in cahoots with CBTM before, obviously certainly is now. Come on. We do not see any rhyme or reason for this. Sorry, excuses for tag team champions. There was no need for this.
And the winner of this match, thanks to disqualification, is Banjo Powers.
The technicality through a disqualification. Banjo Powers does come away with a victory, but at what cost here? CBTM has laid him to waste. I hope Joe Master's proud of himself. We'll at least say that much. Dr. Richard Gouda now. I think we're going to need to find some potentially attention here that needs to be taken, some medical care for Banjo Powers, who has fortunately suffered at least a current setback. What was meant to be a simple episode of the Joe Master podcast has ended up in this, and I have to say, Party Guy Ty could not come back sooner here. We all miss him so much, and I know Banjo Powers does as well, and I have to wonder what this has to mean going forward. And hope Joe Master knows what he's doing, because you know there's going to be retribution in the part of Party Hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a tag team match, and it's scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 104 kilos, is the chaplain of the old guard, the muscle mercenary for RCW Grand Champion, BRADY, and his tag team partner, she's the mad dog of the old guard, VIOLET BLITZ.
At the start of this evening, it was known to us that there was going to be a singles match between VIOLET BLITZ and LAYLA PAIGE, and unfortunately, due to some, well, ill-timed interference from the old guard, Big Brody Marshall has laid down the law and said, fine, you want to fight? Let's make it official. And now this is going to be a tag team match as both members of the Old Guard will be going 2-on-2 against LAYLA PAIGE and an opponent of the GM's choosing. LAYLA PAIGE, of course, has her work cut out for her. No one knows who her tag team partner. I hope she's chosen wisely. Staring across the ring from her, not only the Mad Dog of VIOLET BLITZ, but the current RCW Grand Champion. And who is it? Hold on. And we know that music.
Weighing in at 81 kilos. A man that needs no introduction.
Probably my favorite Armstrong, to be real.
Here we go. Ask for an Armstrong, and we have received an Armstrong here tonight. JETT Armstrong answering the call from Big Brody Marshall, and I gotta say, fantastic tag team partner for LAYLA PAIGE to be paired with tonight. You can see the champion raising up the green and gold there. Of course, cast your mind back a few months ago to Power Slam. In the main event, that was Dean Brady going one-on-one for the championship against Nick Armstrong. At the beginning of the match, cutting JETT in half with a hellacious spear. You can see championship raised up high in the air. Old Guard looking to assert their dominance here early. I think things are about to pop off here tonight. None of these four competitors had the ability to prepare for this match. Again, Big Brody Marshall, our general manager, made this match official not an hour ago. Looks like we have the RCW Grand Champion, Dean Brady, going to go one-on-one with JETT Armstrong to start things off. Early proceedings here. Here we go, the champion coming in fourth, full swing. JETT Armstrong ducking and immediately onto the offense here. Full swing, oh God, that just incensed a monster right now. Dean Brady, the sheer brute force and power. You can see now, JETT Armstrong simply able to dodge and weave and evade, and that is exactly the tactic he's going to have to employ throughout this match, and I really do not know if a chop was a smart maneuver. See there, with simply one hand, Brady able to avoid the whip, and now the goozle. Again, JETT Armstrong so quick, he is smaller in stature in comparison to Dean Brady, but he's able to use that nimbleness, that agility to simply dance around the champion. Immediately, fan favorite LAYLA PAIGE is brought into the ring, and I don't think Dean Brady is aware. Tilt-a-whirl, head scissors from LAYLA PAIGE. Adelaide sweetheart. Now the power! LAYLA PAIGE has the champion up on her shoulders. Dean Brady says absolutely not. See here, this torrent of offense. Oh, and coming through with a stunner. I think LAYLA PAIGE has the champion on the ropes, and now I think wisely tagging straight out. See, double suplex straight to the champion. Early on in this match, JETT and LAYLA working really well as a tag team. First time for these two tagging together. There is an experience discrepancy between these two, of course. Dean Brady and VIOLET BLITZ, two members, 2/3 of the current iteration of the Old Guard, know each other so well. So dangerous and formidable as a tag team. A big overhead belly to belly from the chaplain of the Old Guard and current RCW Grand Champion. A man who has been so dominant, so violent. Oh my God, case in point. See that massive cheap shot. Straight to the jaw of Layla Paige, and now the Mad Dog has been brought into the ring, and now Violet Blitz is going to take on Jett Armstrong. To see leg over the head here. Got to be careful of that 5 count. God, it's going to be a... The mouth could be cut open here, or teeth could be knocked out. That was a huge, huge forearm to the mouth of Layla Paige. Inside the ring, Violet Blitz has taken full control of Jett Armstrong. Jett Armstrong, as we know, one half of the Armstrongs, are multi-time tag team champions, are the two of them. Same can be said for Dean Brady, multi-time tag team champion. Both of these men have been prolific tag team specialists as well as accomplished singles competitors throughout their career. Oh! I think Layla Paige, you can see, simply not backing down in the face of certain doom in the form of Dean Brady. She cannot be, well, bullied. Cannot be intimidated. Refuses to be, and simply looking to will Jett straight to her corner. Who's unfortunately in the clutches of the Old Guard, manages to find an opening. Big body slam, Michinoku driver, to the champion. Now, Jett Armstrong has an opening here. Layla Paige slapping the turnbuckle as well. Dean Brady looking to tag out to Violet Blitz. Well, I mean, Violet Blitz never took the tag. And now Layla Paige coming in the ring. And you know what? I don't think the ref saw the tag being made. Have to say, you don't have to like it, but that is an incredible tactic from the members of the Old Guard, and you cannot say that it is not the usual. This is simply the blueprint for how the Old Guard operates, and Layla Paige needs to get to the outside. More time that Paige stays interrupting the referee, the more time that the Old Guard has to themselves against Jett Armstrong, who's now just weathered a heavy storm from both Dean Brady and Violet Blitz. And now Violet Blitz has officially made the tag in against Jett. Now has that headlock control, coming forward with a nicely executed suplex, now going straight for the pinfall here. See, they just complete disrespect from Violet Blitz, who has definitely come into her own under the tutelage of the Old Guard and has become one of the dominant, formidable competitors here in RCW. Also one of the last title holders of the Big Shed belt. And now Dean Brady, the current RCW Grand Champion, in full control of Jett. You can see slamming his full weight down on the back, and very deliberately creating a block between Jett and Layla, placing himself, the massive frame of Dean, who is now, unfortunately, it's been the workaround from Jett, fingertips away, unfortunately, no. Brady again taking full control of Jett Armstrong. You listen to this crowd here, fully behind, willing Jett Armstrong on to make the tag out, who is really in desperate need of some recuperation. Coming forward. Back suplex now creating a little bit of separation, a little bit of time. Can look to simply find a way to rejuvenate himself in this match. Potentially just needs to tag out to Layla Paige, who is raring and ready to go. Once again, Dean may look to tag out to Violet. You have to wonder whether the same tactics will work again here. Now the tag actually made. The tag is also made. Violet Blitz, Layla Paige, the match we assumed we were going to see early on in the night here. Now whipping Blitz to the corner. The Mad Dog caught Layla Paige. However, monkey flip straight over halfway across the ring. Paige in firm control here. What? Ace! They are sky high there, and just you to see the boots of VIOLET BLITZ there stabbing into the chest of LAYLA PAIGE and immediately looking to take control. Hold on. Oh my god, I think just contorting VIOLET BLITZ there. Oh my god! Oh. 2.5 count, almost a fisherman buster of sorts. Paige has gone from strength to strength in her journey here. Oh my god, hoisting, we've seen this before. Looking for the pink slip. Now again, I think almost looking for a flipping neckbreaker as both these women jockeying for position here. Looking for any move in their arsenal to get the job done. Just looking for an unprettier. Wait a minute. Wisely, VIOLET BLITZ with fantastic wing awareness. Understanding the corner she needs to go to, allowing BRADY, who has now drawn the ire of JETT Armstrong. Wait, pinfall almost in the center of the ring there. Now BLITZ does not understand that Armstrong is directly behind her. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hold on. Has it scouted? Well, JETT Armstrong potentially looking for a big, massive powerbomb for BLITZ's troubles. Oh my god, running powerbomb! Unfortunately for VIOLET BLITZ, JETT is not the legal man in this contest. Oh my god. Well, BRADY says anything you can do, I can do better. Oh, just launches him! Armstrong went flying! LAYLA PAIGE stalking Dean BRADY, the champion, trying to grab and maneuver and muscle Dean BRADY around, who simply says no. Come forward with a huge frame against the body of LAYLA PAIGE. And now BRADY, oh my god, we've seen this before, the F5 that has taken out so many individuals in service of maintaining that grand championship. Coming in clutch there, JETT Armstrong with an enziguri, able to take the champion down. He's now rattled. Hold on, and again! It's almost a spear that took out, and unfortunately not just JETT Armstrong, but the referee, the official, and that unprettier caught. I mean, LAYLA PAIGE 1, 2, you've got to be kidding me. LAYLA PAIGE technically has pinned the champion, but there's no referee here. Paige just realizing our official was taken out. Now VIOLET BLITZ is going to take full advantage of the downed referee. What a feather in her cap that would be if LAYLA PAIGE could pin the RCW Grand Champion here. Unfortunately now all bets are off, and VIOLET is just absolutely irate, incensed. You see they're directing traffic. I think the world is BLITZ after here. She's heading to the outside. Oh my god. Oh, come on. We saw this early on tonight. Brody Marshall confiscated the bat away from Grimm before it could be used. And wait a minute. What? Oh my. Is that who I think it is? Wait a minute. Amber on the out. And it's Amber. That is Amber on the outside. Coming into the ring. A low blow from LAYLA PAIGE. Where the hell did the Empress of Darkness come from? I think that is a tag here. Where did Amber go? Wait a minute. Inside the ring. Crossbody caught by the champion. Oh no. Dean BRADY has him launched. Wait a minute. Package 2, 3. Oh my god. JETT Armstrong pinned the champion. JETT Armstrong just pinned Dean BRADY.
Your winners of the match, JETT Armstrong and LAYLA PAIGE.
Through a timely distraction from the Empress of Darkness, who just as soon as she came has disappeared into the goddamn void, LAYLA PAIGE and JETT Armstrong was able to take advantage, and the champion has just been pinned by the Armstrong brother. Dean Brady is beside himself. He cannot believe it. What a feather in the cap for JETT Armstrong.
Yeah. Stop the music. I'm not done yet. Welcome back, JETT Armstrong. Now, it just doesn't seem to be the old guard's night tonight. And that's a bloody shame. And seeing JETT Armstrong hit you with a small package, I feel that should be rewarded. So July 11th, Riot City Rumble, Don Polsky Centre. It's going to be Dean Brady versus JETT Armstrong for the RCW Grand Championship.
Here we go. We have a championship match set for the Rumble. Good things come to those who wait. JETT Armstrong has just given himself a title opportunity here. The former Emerald Crown holder, the former tag team champion 2 times, but has never won the big one. JETT Armstrong has just punched his ticket to the Rumble in the form of a one-on-one encounter with the champion. July 11th, Dean Brady's days could be numbered. We may call JETT Armstrong the brand new RCW Grand Champion.
Let's see man that's never felt better. Jimmy C and Ben Rosenthal. 1, 2, 3. You couldn't get the job done then, and you couldn't get the job done now, because we are done with you. It is over.
Now think about our history, Havoc, and I will gladly accept your challenge.
Because we said we were done with you, but you ain't gonna make that decision. We are Mean St Mayhem, June 13th, right here at the RCW Academy. Strike first, strike hard, we strike the best, and we strike you down once and for all. It's what you got to have to deal with now. Bob, Havoc, vintage, hardcore, spectacular.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling? Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I hope you're holding on to your seats, because we have a big main event coming up. The following contest is a vintage hardcore spectacular.
Now, for some of you here, what you're about to see and what you are seeing may be strange and deeply confusing to you for those under a certain age. However, for those like myself, this is exactly what it says on the tin. This is vintage, and this will be a hardcore spectacular. It's taken me back, and I can't say I'm mad about it. this is how it is going to end. Not with a whimper, but with a bang. Everything, and maybe including the kitchen sink, maybe around the ring, under the ring, in the hands of our competitors here. Jimmy C and Bob assumed this was all over from the time that Jimmy C pinned Mr. Ben himself, and however, we know that is not all. As we head down to formal proceedings here for what will be the end, our vintage hardcore spectacular to settle the score.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing to my right, he's every teenage girl's dream and every mother's worst nightmare. For tonight he returns as beautiful Bob! Of course, accompanied by... Do I really have to say? Accompanied by the best assistant to the general manager to ever live, Jim E.C.
From Jimmy C to Jim E.C.
And standing to my left, accompanied by the 20th century boy, Ben Rosenthal. Old Man Howard!
I can't say I know exactly what we're in store for, but it is going to be retro. It is going to be fantastic. What a way to do. What in the world is Bob wearing? I've just fully taken in the entire attire of this man, and okay. Fantastic. I'd say, where do we even find that gear? But I assume it was either already in the attic of the bitter old bastard. I assume the wig came from Jimmy C, but I could be wrong. Here we go. Let's not forget, this is going to be, well, I mean, we are straight in Havoc's house, are we not? The man has built a hardcore reputation. He is a legend here in the industry. And for Bob, the man came up in a very similar time. Wig off! He still has hair. Be quiet, it's fine. However, for the old man himself, now straight to the outside here, and now the action is sprawled ringside. And again, I believe Bob has firmly, well, he firmly believes that he needs a victory over Havoc. Of course, as we unfortunately know, Jimmy C held a pinfall victory over Ben Rosenthal, and while I'm sure Jimmy C was absolutely happy to let sleeping dogs lie, Bob, he is convinced he has to have one over on Old Man Havoc, and that is why we are where we are here tonight. There can only be one. It will either be the bitter old bastard or it's Old Man Havoc here tonight. What in the world has that? Oh mate, is that a record? That may have been expensive. Well, it's wrapped around the head. I mean, it still made music. That's a piece of history that just went flying into the crowd there. Can't say it's going to be particularly a good night for Bob, and it's probably not going to be for Old Man Havoc either. Jimmy C scurrying around the ring. What in the world is that? What has he given to Bob here? What has Havoc got in his hands? I think I'm going to be asking that a lot, is what exactly is he? Oh! Is that a VHS tape? Wrapping the tape around the neck of Havoc. So for those who don't know, VHS is how we used to watch media. Right now it's being used to choke the life out of Old Man Havoc. If I'm not mistaken, that VHS may in fact be the Land Before Time. I can't see that closely. I think I saw the writing. Bitter old bastard looking to choke the life out of his opponent, looking to simply secure a victory, wants a W on the board for himself, and that tape is holding up surprisingly well. Things were built a lot better back then. The quality is there, and this tape will not break. I think Havoc able to at least gain
a little bit of distance here, able to break the hold from Bob, who looks to go. Oh, good! Oh my God! Well, it's everywhere. I guess they do break eventually. And again, this is just history being strewn across the ring. It's one less VHS that someone has in their collection here, and the mat is being scattered with 80s and 90s matter, and I think directing traffic at what the... Here we go. The power glove from Old Man Havoc. It's going to take a bit of time to power up. Once it comes on, though, you're in trouble. It's on. Bitter old bastard. Biding his time, is stalking his opponent. Havoc is ready. He's sorted. Oh, well. I think chair might beat glove. That's how the old game goes. Oh, I don't know how smart this is. Okay, good. Oh, no! The powered up gloved fist. From fist to steel chair to Bob's face to a victory no. 2 count, and again, Bob managing to get the shoulder up. And I think that maybe, well, it's a one-use item only, I believe. That vintage. Oh. Now coming forward, potentially looking to take things away with the package pile driver. Bob managing, wait a minute, Jimmy C! From the outside, using the cane to trip up Havoc, and, you know, I guess, well, vintage, hardcore, spectacular, there are no rules. Oh no! Cane to the head. Well-timed sliding from Jimmy C, and that was executed to perfection. You can see there's no... The choice direction to attack the groin from Jimmy C. And I think Bob may just oblige. Oh my God. I wonder what fresh hell Bob is concocting here. See now just the old bitter old bastard. Oh no, Campbell! Oh no! Come on! Well, the old man cojones have been surely and unequivocally squashed. Not a call I necessarily want to make, but there it is. Jimmy C is absolutely just out of his mind here. I think exactly what it... oh my... No, come on! And the bowling ball here has been brought in. Again, for those who are of a time, a bowling alley is a place where some of us went to have fun, and still do. Well, here we go. Now, what plan is being concocted here from the bitter old bar? Come on! Leave that particular region of Havoc well alone. And Bob coming through with... I don't think Bob realizes what's behind him. Didn't quite hit the mark. Oh no! Well, trash can for your troubles. Oh, I think, well, oh, here we go. Turnabout is indeed fair play. Havoc is going to give as good as he gets here. Well, I guess if one groin's going to be attacked, another groin should be attacked. Oh no, Bob is in severe trouble here. Coming through. Oh, strike! Good God! Bowling ball to trash can to ball to Bob to 2 out. 2.5. What am I calling? What has been a very personal affair between these two has necessitated a very unique match type. is indeed a vintage hardcore spectacular here. And now again directing traffic to the outside. What in the hell is Ben Rosenthal looking to find from underneath the ring? A black bag unfortunately could mean anything. I'm hoping it's not what I think it is. Havoc is... Oh! Absolutely not. Are those little match cards? I'm assuming that came from Ben Rosenthal's personal collection here. The Hot Wheels here, Hot Wheels and match cards, whatever they are. Anyway, just amassing a collection in the center of the ring. I think Bob is struggling to make his way to his feet here. And now, well-placed shots. Keeping Bob literally on the ropes here. And now, oh my God, come on, absolutely not. You can see here exactly what Havoc in mind intends to get the highest elevation possible. He's going to slam Bob down on the mat, straight sending him onto the cars. Superplex. Has it Bob doing absolutely anything in his power to stop this from occurring? Manages to find his way out. Still not completely out of harm's way. Both men jockeying for position here. Oh no, no. Absolutely holding on for dear life is Havoc, lest he be powerbombed straight into the match cars. Here we go, well-placed boot, teetering on the edge of what is about to be a hell of a lot of pain here. Havoc on the top. Oh no. No, Havoc, no! Oh God, no! My God! There's no way to prepare for that sort of pain. Cars flying everywhere. Cannot imagine. His back has been lit up completely. Pinfall 2 and no. Somehow, some way, Havoc just cannot begin to describe what that. Imagine stepping on one car, barefoot. Now apply that to your back and give it about 100, and times it pain by 10. And, oh, just trust me, it hurts. Jimmy C, you can see, well, Ben Rosenthal now trying to will Old Man Havoc back to his feet. I cannot begin. You can see the welts on the back there beginning to rise up. See the various marks here. Now we have the hardware. Oh, tables work in any decade. Now what in the hell? I mean, you can see now. Very, very choice positioning from the bitter old bastard. Jimmy C has been nothing short of diabolical here in this match, shouting, screaming out orders from the outside. The fact of the matter is there are just so many cars here, you're not going to get them all out. Bob looks to suplex Old Man Havoc straight into the corner through the table. Here we go. Potentially looking for a Death Valley driver. Some through now. Both men just trying valiantly to stay out of harm's way of each other. Oh, big, huge clothesline taking the head off of Havoc. And wisely going for the cover. Both men, or at least Bob would be very happy finishing off this match right about now. Lest we find any other 80s, 90s monstrosities under the ring to be used as weaponry. Oh my God, is that a phone? It's an old phone! I'm not going to explain any more of these old objects here. You know what a phone is, you've seen it. I don't know what exactly Jimmy is screaming out here to Bob. He's coming forward with the phone, manages to duck it, Havoc does. Oh. Using the cord of the phone to simply now looking to choke the life. He may not be able to ring the bell just, but it looks like Havoc is trying to ring someone. He's dialed 000. Havoc dialed 000. And Jimmy C, I don't think appreciates the levity that Havoc is looking to bring. Oh my God, well there you go. Simply needed to blow on the cartridge before it worked. Well played. Oh, Bob taken to the outside. It's nice to see Jimmy C take a cartridge to the head, and unfortunately though, that timely distraction means that Havoc was dumped firmly on his head, and now both men down and out in our main event here tonight. Strike first, strike hard. Vintage, hardcore, spectacular, bitter old bastard, Old Man Havoc. Only one is coming away with a victory here tonight. The bitter old bastard is rolled out to the ring there, outside the ring there somewhere, looking for something. Now another mystery. Oh, well, not so much a mystery container. That better not be. We've just had a whole bunch of cars on the ring. We don't need to add Lego to the mix. What is wrong with you? Every single person knows what it feels like to step on a piece of Lego, and now we're about to see that times by 100. Absolutely not. I think looking for that conflict resolution there. Havoc trying to hook the leg, and Havoc, oh my God, just thumb straight into the eyes there, blinding Old Man Havoc. Both men, well, you can see, I think a bit dazed and confused is Bob. Oh! Careful, jawbreaker. Wait a minute. Oh no, 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 oh! Fortunately, as much as that would be absolutely insane to take a pile drive on some Legos, Havoc does not leave unscathed for that particular encounter. That is a piece of Lego stuck in Bob's head. And I'm just looking there at the art of war that has been painted on the back of Havoc there from those cars early on in the night. Now, going to be rearranging the furniture. Havoc has got one leg protruded out, looking to simply set up this table good and proper. Fortunately, that is also giving Bob a little bit of time to recover from that devastating pile driver onto the Lego. What in the hell is Havoc concocting here? Again, we are completely in the realm of Havoc. This is hardcore landscape he knows so well. For 25 years has built a legacy around this type of violence here. Oh, no, 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 careful. Setting Bob up on the table. Havoc has a dastardly deed planned here. It's not very often he heads to the top. What in the world is Jimmy C has no business being on the apron. Oh no! A nut shot followed by a nest shot. I think now, and Jimmy C doesn't look like his usefulness has ended so far. Oh, absolutely. Whoa, oh no, no, oh my God! Jimmy C threw Bob through the table. Old Man Havoc and Ben Jewell together. This vintage hardcore spectacular has reached its conclusion. What a power bomb! Wooden tables, Matchbox cars, Lego, oh my! You cannot say that Havoc and Bet do not feel thoroughly and completely vindicated here. Look at the carnage inside the ring. This was everything and more.
time travel exists here. We got to be swept back into a simpler time, a better time, but the destruction is still the same. And at the end of the day, Havoc will still call himself the hardcore legend here in Riot City Wrestling. What a way! What an ending! What a victory for Havoc! Jimmy C and the bitter old bastard have found themselves on the receiving end of a hellacious beatdown. That has been a vintage hardcore spectacular, and I have to say thank you to everyone here tonight who has been with us for Strike First, Strike Hard. My name is Sean Thomas, Wrestling Amplified, and we have been Riot City Wrestling, and we look forward to seeing you again really soon, July 11th, for the Riot City Rumble. Good night.